Hey, what's up? It's Ike Paz, and today I have a very special guest. I have Debbie Drum, and today she's going to go over how she sells PLR printables online. Debbie Drum has been selling printable and KDP books for the past several years, since I believe 2010, so well over 10 years. And today I'm going to be asking her questions based on what subscribers have asked me to ask her. At any point in this video, if you want to learn more about PLR printables and how to sell them, make sure you check out the information below. Now let's begin with the interview. So thanks for joining us, Debbie. How you doing?
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Now, if you don't mind, I have a ton of questions from my subscribers about PLR printables.
Mhm.
Now, I've been selling printables for many years now, but I've never sold a PLR printable. So I really want to get into this and get into the heart of it. So hopefully you'll share as much as you can. Is that okay?
Let's go. I'm ready.
Okay, wonderful. What are PLR printables?
Okay, so printables, as you know, they're one-page documents. They could be cheat sheets and tutorials and guidelines and rules, and they're just so much fun to create. I like to create. I love to create them. I'm just a nerd like that. But there are actually ways that you can not have to hire expensive designer or sit there for hours and create your printable from scratch. There is something that has been around for a long time, and I was lucky to learn this right in the beginning of my career, and it's called PLR. It stands for Private Label Rights. And there's PLR, amazing PLR all over the place online. And what it is it's content that you can purchase the rights to and use because whoever created that content says you can do this as long as you buy it. Right. And there's
Okay.
usually rules that go along with it. Like some have resale rights, some have master resale rights. You kind of have to read what you can and can't do with that content. But for the most part, you can take the content that's in whatever you purchase, the PLR, which includes actual written content, sometimes amazing images, sometimes infographics and templates. There's so much stuff, especially now more than ever. People are so creative what they're selling, and you can just take that and put it into your own, put your own spin on it, customize it, and then have a brand new creation that you can sell anywhere you want.
So basically, a product's done for you, and you don't have to do anything for it. You just maybe a little bit branding, sprinkle your own branding in it, and bring in it, excuse me, and then sell it as your own.
Yeah. Yeah, most of the time I say, put a little spin on it, make it your own, make it creative, just because you want to be different and you want to add value to the marketplace, right? You don't want to like have something that someone else has. And so you want to just put your own, like you said, yeah, your own spin on it so that it's different and valuable for the person that's going to be purchasing your printable.
Very cool. Thank you. What, or I should say, how did you get into PLR printables? I mean, how did you stumble upon that?
Oh wow. So like I said, I learned about PLR very early in my career. And the one of the first ways that I actually made money online was using PLR. I was publishing books, and back in like 2011, 2012, you were actually able to use PLR on Amazon, publish a book, and make sales. But Amazon actually cracked down on that and said, look, if you have similar content than somebody else, or your content is available on the web, then you can't do it. But I was doing something different, what I just told you. I was taking PLR and making it my own. I changed every chapter. I modified it about 50 or 60%, so it wasn't the same as where any they would find it anywhere else. So again, creating unique content but not starting from scratch is the name of the game.
That's beautiful. So, I mean, like you said, there's very little you have to do, but you do have to do some extra work. Maybe 60% is already done for you, and the rest, the next 40%, That's all you, just a little spin on it. Okay.
Mhm.
It's funny you mentioned that. Back in the day, not me, but a friend of mine who was actually living in Japan, he was getting books off of Gutenberg and uploading them to the KDP market back in the day.
Yeah.
Now that wouldn't fly anymore. So if you're
No.
watching this, it's not for Debbie. If you're watching this, do not do that. Okay, do
Right.
not do that. People are still doing that, and they're getting flagged. They're getting kicked out of Amazon KDP. I just had to put that out there.
Yeah. So another thing I was doing too with PLR, where I was really making a lot more money than the Kindle books, was I was taking, I called it the Azon love child method.
What's
It's
that?
where, it's where a physical product and a digital product had a baby. And so basically, you know how people sell like physical product? Let's say you're selling like a yoga ball
Got it.
online,
Okay.
right? Now, how about adding a piece of content with that yoga ball to increase the value of your listing?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and I was providing this content for the physical product owners, and I was using PLR. So it was like, oh, here's some exercises you can do with the yoga ball. And I didn't create it. I just used PLR and made like one page like sheets, guidelines, whatever, follow alongs. And I made quite a bit of money doing that. And that was all PLR.
And I bet you also lowered the refund rate. You made the experience better for the end user, for the customer. Very good. That's a very good juicy tidbit you shared with us there, Debbie. Thank you. What are the best sites to sell? This is another interesting question from one of my subs. What are the best sites to sell PLR printables on?
So the very, very best site, especially if you're a beginner, even if you're not a beginner, and I use this site, it's Etsy, because there are ways that you can get organic visibility. That means that you don't have to do any marketing, no paid marketing, no blog posts, nothing. So I publish in all types of topics and niches on Etsy, and I put it up once and I just let it ride. And I do things strategically to my listing to get that visibility, and I do it right. And so it comes out that, it gets that visibility and people actually find it and buy it. That's what we want. We don't want to have to do all this work and then nobody finds our stuff because we did other things that are important wrong. So number one is Etsy, and then you could kind of gradually move on once you build your audience and your fan base and things like that.
Okay. Now, I agree. Etsy has a strong built-in traffic sources like Amazon or anything else on one of these big sites. How do you deal with the price points with Etsy? Because with printables, they're notoriously lower than selling them off your own site, for example.
Right. So, generally, if you're selling a one-page document, I wouldn't be greedy unless you're like so unique and so incredible and you think you could sell it at a higher price. The printables game is more of a numbers game. If you put up one printable and then you just sit there and wait for to be rich, it's just not going to happen for most people.
That
Only
makes
if you're
sense.
really, really lucky. Some people are really lucky and they hit the jackpot on one product. But for folks like me, that didn't, like, if I just created one product in my whole career, I would not be sitting here today. You know what I
Great
mean?
answer. Great answer. Okay. So,
So
and also the time investment for a one-page printable versus a pack of printables. I mean, you can't compare the two. One-page printable maybe costs, oh, I mean, time-wise, nothing, next to nothing, right? I imagine. So you can doesn't really matter how much. I mean, it matters how much you charge, but for the amount of time you put into it to buy a PLR printable doesn't. I mean, it's perfectly fine to do so. I imagine for Etsy.
yeah. And think of it this way too. Once you have, let's say, 10 or 20 printables underneath your belt, then you can think of doing things like bundling, where then you can start charging more. Don't go into it looking at a listing, because there are some listings that, they have like 500 printables and buy this bundle. Don't think that you have to do that. Just start out and put up one by one by one. And then, by the end of the month or 2 months, whatever it is, you're going to be an expert.
I got you.
And you're going to be able, if you've played things smart, you could then start bundling and then charging higher prices. Like
It
that's
makes
where
sense. Like we want
the
that
magic.
snowball, that momentum, like you
Right.
said. Okay.
Exactly.
What software, if any? So I know you talked about PLR, but just in case, what software, if any, do you use to create PLR printables or printables, I should say?
Yeah. So I've been a PowerPoint girl for a long, long time. And if you invest in Microsoft 365, which is only $99 a year, I mean, it's the best tool in my business. You always get the updated version. So it's amazing what even PowerPoint will give you in terms of templates to design beautiful things where you don't have to be a designer or anything like that. There's also Google Slides if you don't have PowerPoint. There's also Google Docs, Microsoft Word. My new favorite is Canva.
Your new favorite. That's my only
New.
favorite. That's all I
I
know is
know.
Canva.
I'm like a newbie on Canva. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe that Canva has these amazing things. And I actually teach this in my webinar, but there are templates on Canva. People can get them for free. Like I give an example of a 30-day blank calendar. But you go on Etsy and then somebody's selling a 30-day blank calendar for $1 and you see 700 reviews.
Wow.
That means that blank calendar has sold at least 700 times for $700. Only 10% of people leave reviews. That's a statistic. So that means that calendar could have sold 7,000 times.
That's a beautiful stat to
Can
look
you?
at. Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, Canva has changed my life when it comes to the amount I can sell with printables. And you've been doing it, I guess, longer since you've been doing it with PowerPoint. And you bring up an interesting fact that, like you said, you go on Etsy, you find one very plain looking calendar which has 700 reviews, and it's sold much more, but only very few of them actually put up a review. That's a very scary in a good way stat.
So when somebody says, "Oh, this stuff is available for free," I say, "Well, hey, look at everything that's selling." Like
Yes,
there are every single niche, there's free content.
that's
But people are
100% true.
still
It kills me. Sorry, Debbie, to cut you off, but it kills me. But they sell it for free. I mean, they don't sell it. They give it away for free. What are you gonna do? You can't sell printables. I sell printables every single day. They give it away for free, but still, people find value. I'm sorry, but I'm so passionate about them. People
crazy,
say,
right?
yeah, it bothers me to no end. I mean, yes, people find value if they think it's a premium thing, if they bought it off a brand or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, but yeah, that really bugs me to no end.
Yeah, people want to buy things done for them. They don't want to make it themselves. Teachers don't want to sit there and create a lesson plan. They want to buy a lesson plan, and then they'll spend time learning how to teach it.
I understand. Yeah, we're
And
lazy. We're
that's
lazy
what
animals.
we're there for. If
I
we don't
understand.
create these, somebody else will, and they'll make thousands and thousands of dollars.
And backing up your point, printables is still an unknown method to earn online with. I mean, people who watch my channel or your channel. By the way, I'm going to have information about your channel down below. Um, they know about printables, but most people don't know. They know affiliate marketing, CPA, and they don't know about printable. They know about e-com, drop shipping, but they don't know about printables, and it's still a wide open market.
Yeah. And it's something that's like never gonna go away. There's always gonna be opportunity because there's new stuff coming out all the time. People are always gonna be buying content. Like it's never going to go away. And that's why it's such a exciting, really exciting time.
Yeah, it is even making 3D tangible goods out of paper, like these 3D dice. You take a 2D paper, you fold it up in a certain way. You got dice, and people sell that. It's crazy. There's so much going on.
I know.
Yeah, you saw that? Have you seen? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
Yes.
yes. It's good stuff. How do you market your printable packets? How do you go about marketing this?
So personally, I don't do a ton of marketing on my printables only because my core business is teaching and my bigger course packages, and I have clients and other interests besides like uh, you know, my random printable on yoga or something like that. I also am in another niche because I play pickleball. So
What's
I'm
that?
in it's called pickleball. It's a sport, like the fastest growing sport in the world.
I'm sorry.
Um,
I feel like an idiot. You're like
you
in the
no,
world.
most people have never heard of it. But it's so much fun. When you get a chance, YouTube it. It's like a sport that's a combination of tennis, ping pong, um, badminton. It's played with a paddle and a ball, and I'm actually doing
Pickleball.
a tournament this weekend. So I'm growing my business there too. So, but that's the thing about printables. Also, what's a great thing too is that even people who are not starting out, maybe they already have a business, maybe you're a coach, maybe you're an expert in something or consultant, you can actually make a printable, sell it on Etsy, and then I teach you inside PLR Printables how you can actually lead that to people looking at your stuff, more of your stuff, right? Or getting on your subscriber list and buying other things from you. So there are opportunities above and beyond just making $1 or $1.99, however much you want to sell your printable. But the first step is to get that printable done and start building your empire, so it kind of grows and grows and grows.
Okay.
So
So to
so I
paraphrase, oh, sorry, go continue.
no, I mean, like, so, I have a subscriber base that I can tap into. I know some folks don't, but they can grow that from just one printable that they start and put up.
So you can increase your range, you're saying, products you can offer. Also, I guess you're alluding to squeeze pages and lead magnets, and printables are a legit way to get leads. So,
Oh,
okay.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, this there's so much opportunity you can do with just one sheet of paper. It's really crazy.
Cool. Here's a more technical, I guess. Is there a question? Is there a preferred width and height for printables? Do you find like a recurring pattern there?
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's different standards for each country. What I like to do, and I always think about how I can increase the value of my printable to make it appealing to buy, because sometimes there is competition. Should I buy this one or should I buy this one? Most people, which is really good for us, is that they buy many printable, even they're not going to need just one, they're going to need many, so they can buy from you and they can buy from me. We're not really competing, but a little bit we are.
Yeah.
So how
Okay.
can I make my printable more valuable? Well, I can offer different sizes, and like in Canva, it's so easy to duplicate your printable and then create another size and just have that available. And then you say in your listing, look, it comes in all these different sizes. And what I would say is just, do a little bit of research and see what other sizes are being offered by other people. And then you get, some ideas there.
Yeah. And yeah, that's true. See what other people are doing, so you can imitate or get inspired, as some people say.
Mhm.
I find that in Europe there's a lot of A4, and in the States
A4s.
is 8.5 by 11 inch.
Yep.
Yeah. What are some good printable niches, Miss Drone?
They're endless.
Yeah.
They're really endless. What I always tell people, and some might disagree with me, I say start with what you like. You're never going to be excited to work on something if you're not into it. So literally, there are printables being sold on every single niche out there. You'll want to kind of tap into the ones that are popular that people buy. You don't want to find like, although it's funny because
What's that?
I use this example in the course, but don't tell anyone. I mean, I was,
Okay.
I'm curious, cryptocurrency, that's kind of up
A
and coming,
thing.
right?
Yes, yes, it is.
And and there aren't really many printables, but I have some behind the scenes way that I look, what's selling, what's not selling, and they're not really selling, but who knows if they're going to be selling in 6 months. So while something is not selling right now, is that one printable up there person a genius because they're going to be making all the sales? Who knows? So
Yes.
like is it a bad idea? No, because it literally probably took this person 30 minutes or maybe even less to put the listing together and put it up. And who knows? You know, that's like something you can go off. Like, sure, people are always looking for ways to save money. People are looking for how to find the perfect mate, everything like that. But it's like, what is new? What's up and coming? Could you be the first one to kind of tap in to that and get the majority of the sales in the beginning?
No, I got you. I mean, I'm with you 100%. I have an actual example just like that. Like you said, position yourself there, waiting, ready for that customer base to come in. I had a penguin baby shower game set, and it didn't sell anything. And then some cartoon or something came out, maybe Disney, I don't know, DreamWorks or something came out, and I just got this huge amount of sales in a short period of time. So I know what you're talking about exactly. Penguins. I love penguins. Penguins are great.
That's amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
Now
yeah.
everyone's going to publish a printable on penguins.
It's too late
Congratulations.
now. It's kind of plateaued. But what movie was it? I forget. But yeah, really good stuff. This next question, I'm sorry, I'm gonna ask it. How fast can you start seeing results selling PLR printables?
That
Like,
depends on you
yeah, 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 yeah.
because if you do things wrong with your listing, you might not get any sales. If you do things right with your listing, which you're in 100% full control over, you get you get you experience sales a lot quicker. Um, so what does that entail? It entails obviously picking something that people purchase, right? Also, the way that you're titling your printable and what you're saying, and in the description, and how you are showcasing what you're selling.
Okay,
So that's all very important. And while it's a very easy process, there are some things that you just need to get right.
I get it. So finding out what people want to buy. Second, taking care of your on-page SEO on all parts.
Yes.
Okay.
Which I
The
think is like way easier than Amazon for some reason. Like you can get instant ranking on Etsy. It's insane. And with Amazon, like you need all these things to go right. You need sales. You need all these things. But Etsy, I don't know if they just haven't caught up with that, or it's just a different. Like they don't care as much. I don't know.
yeah, Etsy, Amazon's an interesting beast in itself. I can't complain, but so far. But yeah, maybe I'll see what you mean. Etsy. So Etsy is like you said, a huge source of traffic, built-in traffic, and it's not as competitive as other sites are. So I understand what you mean there. Do you think the PLR printable market is crowded? Here's another interesting question.
Well, the PLR printables is just a way, a mechanism to create a printable. And what I show you in a case study how I use a very interesting way to use PLR and a way to add value to your printable.
Oh, by the way, that case study was awesome at the
You
very
like
end of the
that?
course. Yes, I did. Very, very good. I like how you set it up. Very relaxed, nonchalantly. You broke it down. Really cool stuff, by the way. Really cool. Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, I think that's what people need, like a sequential, here's what to do first, second, third, fourth, right?
By the way, that's after the course. This is not, I'm not talking about the course. This is in the course, but it's at the very end of the course. There's a course, then you get the case study. So it's like reinforcing what Debbie went through throughout the course. And it's really good. I really like it. That's why I'm
Thank you.
talking to you today. I really like
That
it.
was fun. What was the question? I forgot.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh, is it crowded?
Yes, is
Yes.
our printables crowded? PLR.
So
I'm
right.
sorry.
So
You were saying that PLR is just a mechanism, is just a way to get printables, but the
right.
actual opportunity is not crowded.
Endless.
Endless.
It's endless. And even if you see literally, even if you see 100 printables on the topic that you want to publish in, and you just make yours different, make yours appealing, make yours outstanding, make yours something that people want and need. That's the thing. Like, if you go ahead and look at what's on Etsy and you just copy somebody else, you're probably not going to be seeing, experiencing a lot of success. It's where you can just add, and I'm not saying it has to be extravagant. You just add your own, okay, well, I see all these printables, but no printable has this one thing that you can add to that marketplace. That's what we want to do. We want to add value to the marketplace. And that's why anybody can walk into any niche they want, regardless of how competitive it is, and make money in it.
That's right. You shouldn't run. I mean, competition is good to some respect. You gotta run towards it. You're not looking to dominate. You're looking to get a piece of the pie. I mean, people are also buying from you. There's a million YouTube channels about cooking, but people are interested in this person cooking and that person cooking, and they want to watch that person cook all day long. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why it's super exciting. You just kind of, I mean, I follow a lot of people in the fitness niche, and one day I like this person, and another day I like this person, another day I like that, and I buy all the courses too.
Yeah.
So, it's just proof that it works.
It works. I mean, at the end of the day, when you buy something, you're just voting for that, right? You're voting because it appeals to you in some way or another. Okay, cool. This is a good question. What advice do you have for beginners selling printables on a third-party site like Gumroad? You know what Gumroad is?
I do, yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't want to offend. I don't know.
I mean, we kind of it's just the same concept. It's just finding something. And also, we talk about this too, but it's like, there's so many things you can get into a rabbit hole of, oh, should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do that? Just pick something. Because at the end of the day, especially for your first couple, you're going to want to just get that experience underneath your belt. Oh, I know how to do this. And then the next one, you're like, oh, I did this wrong. Let me change my process, change my system a little bit. So regardless of what marketplace you're selling on, it's just pick something, do it, create it, get that experience, but also do what needs to be done, do that correctly. And how you're going to do that is like purchase a course that teaches you,
I got you. Yeah. Maybe I wasn't, I didn't articulate myself very well there. So with like Etsy, for example, is built-in traffic. And I get your point that you just start off, get going, do it. Don't just wait for tomorrow. I got that. But with like Gumroad, for example, it doesn't have that built-in traffic. You know what I mean? So I guess this perfectly segues to my next question. What are some ways to bring traffic to your printables outside of your shop? If you're using like your own site or like this subscriber said Gumroad, what would you
Yeah,
do?
that's the next level, right? So, Shopify, same thing, right? You don't want to build a Shopify store unless you have a way that you can actually bring people to your Shopify store. Like there's no there's no traffic in Shopify. But the advantage there is that you make more money when you actually sell something. So what I would do is you want to go kind of once you get some printables underneath your belt, you can then start to kind of cross promote. You can tell people where they can find more stuff of your stuff and take that traffic that you're getting and then bring them somewhere else. Now, of course, above and beyond that, if you want to do, pick one or two things that you want to do when it comes to marketing. My favorite is video. I love YouTube. I know you love YouTube too. Grow a YouTube channel or do an Instagram. Like pick one vehicle that's going to be your thing and start putting effort and energy into that. I mean, we see so many different Reddit and blog posts and this and that, Facebook, Facebook ads. Just pick one thing. And then you could now, when you have those assets, be clever on how you share them in with more marketplaces to get more traffic. Because I think that's a stumbling block. I don't know where to start and I have to do all these things now. And I don't know to just pick one thing that
So
you
just
like.
pick one vehicle to get traffic, work on it. It's not going to come overnight. I'm pretty sure we both agree on that. Nothing's coming overnight. You're gonna have to work at it, and then after you get some success with that one traffic vehicle, be it YouTube or Reddit, like you said, or whatever it may be, then you might want to move on to the next free traffic platform. Will that be an accurate way?
Yeah, free. I mean, there's also I'm teaching or getting involved in like a big course that's all about influencer marketing. How to find influencers that could catapult you to the next level. And that's a whole, other story here. I mean, you're an influencer for me. I'm an influencer for you. We each have audiences and we're making a connection and that's how it happens. Right. So that's a symbiotic relationship.
Relationship. Okay, cool. So yes, that's right. What's one of the things, one of the big misnomers about working online, people think you can be a hermit. And listen, I'm sure that there is a person out there who's wildly successful, multi-millionaire, who is a hermit, who doesn't talk to anybody. That being the case, it's not my experience. Like you said, you got a network and you do communicate with other people and you do build off each other. And for example, you're lending your expertise on my channel, and I'm exposing you to my people. So
Mhm.
so yeah, it's a win-win, like you said, a symbiotic relationship. And
Yeah.
this brings me to this next question. It's again, I like to add these questions if I see a pattern, if I see the same question asked again and again and again. Is there a good number of printables you need to have before you can start selling online?
You're probably asking the wrong person because I have like 500 information products that I've built over the past 10 years. And I've just come from that mindset. Like, I'm never going to be excited about one thing that I create because the nature of our business is that it doesn't just stop at one, it starts at one. And if you can get over that one, then you can do two and three and four and five.
You sound like a
You know,
runner. You sound like you exercise. So that's kind of the advice you give people
you see these
when they're
muscles
starting
here?
out. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and the first couple lessons suck, but all you gotta do is show up. Just
Yeah.
show up.
Hmm.
Show up and listen to the guy or the gal, whoever's teaching you. Or in this example, put out your printable. Put out your printable, do it again and again and you'll start selling. I
Mhm.
mean, we can't guarantee that, but we can say,
I I can because
oh wow,
I think it's very hard not to make money with
with
this.
printables, yes, I
If you do the
agree. I
work.
agree with that.
If
I
you
agree
do
with
the
that.
work, it's very hard not to make money. It just is. I don't know why. I mean, um, and that's exciting. That should be exciting for everyone who's watching this, you know, but it's like, don't just do one and then sit there and put your feet up on the desk, you know?
Hmm.
And then like you talked about, you know, can you be a hermit? Actually, there are people who are hermits and all they do like is just publish and stay behind the scenes and not talk to anybody. And they don't, they even maybe hide behind a pen name. Nobody even knows who they are. You can do that too. But eventually, once you gain success, you're going to be like, maybe I should start talking to this person or that
Hmm.
person. That's how it happens. I know when I first started my business, I was like, I didn't know what the heck was going to happen. It just like gets, you just see what other people are doing and you start doing, changing different things, scaling up.
Yeah. To your point, yeah, I'm sure there are examples, multiple examples of different types of entrepreneurs out there, and I'm sure there's a millionaire hermit out there, many probably, sitting behind a desk pumping out principles all day
Yep.
with all kinds of crazy hair, and yeah,
Oh my gosh. Yeah. They never shave and
they live in darkness.
they were, yeah, there's pizza boxes everywhere.
Uber Eats all over the place. Forget about it. Debbie Drum, it's been an honor having you. Thank you very much. It's been great. By the way, guys, if you're watching, I'm going to have information about PLR printables down below, along with Debbie Drum's YouTube channel. So check that out definitely. I loved her course. It was on point, no fluff, direct. It shows you exactly what you need to do to be successful with printables, selling printables online. On top of that, at the very end, my favorite part, the reason why I reached out to Debbie was a case study. I was just enamored by it. I liked it a lot. Anything you want to leave us with, Debbie?
No, I just want to say I love talking about this stuff. And the one thing that I really, really like and enjoy is that you can be creative and you can just have fun with it and try new things out. Nothing bad is going to happen. And you might very well find that you found a new passion and new interests and a new hobby that actually makes you money. So I definitely encourage people, especially like I always tell people, if I were to start over today, I would just be creating printables all day long.
Cool.
And because I mean, I'm a content person. So you can hide away, create, 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 don't stop, and you'll experience success. I promise you that.
And let's not forget with PLR printables, there's very little of you in the actual print. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to put some, but you don't have to invest so much time. You don't have to be an artist or a designer or someone who's talented in those fields.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Okay.
you hit the nail right on the head. Absolutely. I don't have any design skills, zero.
Well, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about me. But
No,
yeah.
but that should be encouraging too because we both make money in it and we just and also you don't have to be an expert either.
I'm in the baby shower niche. I've been to one baby shower in my life years ago.
And see, like that's why it's like you just have to learn a little bit about what you're doing or hire somebody else to do it. You don't even have to do it yourself, and it'll happen
Rock and
for you.
roll. Definitely. Well, guys, like and subscribe. Check out Debbie Drum's channel. Like and subscribe that. Follow her. Check her out. And again, PLR Printables, all the information you need is down below with bonuses because I'm not going to leave you hanging that way. Okay, be good. Take care and have a wonderful day.
Bye bye.